Greetings. This is Coach Charlene. You are absolutely loved and appreciated. And I am getting ready to do a quick little live here. I am just checking in and seeing what's going on here. I hope you guys can see me. Let me look at my screen here. It is slowly connecting. Hey, y'all. How are you? You are loved and appreciated. Hey, I wanted to just go live for my last one of the year. And I am excited about all that has happened and all that is going to happen. So, first of all, I want to pause and I want to just say thank you, thank you for all of those that continually support the channel and watch the videos and share the videos with other people. I really am very grateful for your participation and your engagement. But I thought I would just come I'm going to do like a little pause for the month of December, although we're already into the first week of it. But I wanted to just do like a few lessons learned. I started this podcast in 2022, so it's been I'm like 2.5 years old, and honestly, you guys, I did not know how to do a podcast or anything. But when you believe in something so much, you find a way to do it. And I think that's really an important lesson um, that I learned, especially when it comes to dreams. So 2024 is almost over. And I hope that you guys had a wonderful year. I know that there's been challenges, there's going to always be challenges in our life, but I hope that you can find the bright spots in the challenges that you have been through. But I thought I would share just a few highlights. Like this at the beginning of the year was a very, um, actually, a pivotal moment for me in my career because I had been thinking about early retire for many years. And I actually finally made the decision in January. And I actually told my boss and began to start sharing that, hey, I'm early retiring. It was a little bit funny um, because I have been saying, I'm going to retire, I'm going to retire. Nobody like totally believed me. But I really put it down on the books, put the paperwork in, did the things that I needed to do to finalize. And so I think one of my biggest learnings I think I'm going to share about three of them with you, but one really big one is making a decision. You know, there's a lot of times in our lives that we want something to change. We feel this restlessness, we feel the stirring. I had an amazing job, amazing impact. I love nursing. I will continue to support nursing and be the nurse that I was ordained and destined to be because that's my occupation. There's a vocation that I also have, and that's to inspire other people to be their highest expression of themselves. I love doing workshops and facilitating discussions and things like that to help the healthcare workers and really anybody to go a little bit deeper to find out who they really are. And so, my number one thing I would say for the lessons learned is to actually make a decision. See, when you make a decision, you have to burn the bridge from what's going on or what, okay, here's my plan B, C, and D. You know, when you make a decision, you actually turn away from any possibilities of what you thought you would do, and you just literally make this decision. And so when I made the decision, that there was a cascade of other things that happened. It's the same thing like when I made the decision to do the podcast, when I finally said yes and I started moving in it, there was a cascade of things that happened. So I knew that I was not done with nursing because nursing, I've been really in the medical world probably, I mean, literally since I was, 18 is when I left and went to the military and was a medic and then LVN and nursing assistant and all of that. So I've been around the space for quite some time, almost 40 years now, if I really calculate it from the time that I went into the military. And so I absolutely love touching other people's lives, especially in that way when you're most vulnerable. to be able to be there to make a difference in someone's life. There's nothing like it. The reward is fabulous, fabulous being there in the moments of really traumatic moments with some of the patients. And so, love, love, love it. And I'm continually continuing to do that as I um, have early retired. So, my number one for you, make a decision. If there's something that you've been tussling with, there's something that you're restless about, there's something that you keep going back and forth, you have to finally decide to do something. Like frustration, irritation. Do you want to stay frustrated? You want to stay irritated? You want to stay exhausted? Well, you got to start making the decision. It's almost similar to I was I think I shared it some time ago, but I talked about accepting things as normal and adjusting your way of life to accommodate something that was never really meant to be. And so that right there shows that I had to actually live that phrase that I just said. I heard it. I think I heard Bishop Jakes share it before. He said a lot of times we accept things as normal and we adjust our way of life to accommodate something that was never really meant to be. And so when I heard him say that, I started thinking about my health. I had been too busy to do anything like with the job that I had. I was there for long hours. And if I did do anything, I had to take a little nap before I go and work out. But that's how exhausting it was many days. And so, but I was trying to like stay fit and do the things to take care of my body. But since I've been off, I've made a commitment because I refuse to accept anything as normal like that again and adjust my way of life. So I adjusted to say, no, I'm going to take care of me. You know, one of the things when we think about well being and wellness is you got to take care of you. I got to take care of this temple. I have to take care of what I put into this temple. Make sure that I'm working out. Make sure I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And so that was really critical for me to make sure that I did that. So I have been consistently, I'm talking about like every day. And so in September, I made the commitment. And so I did like 5 days a week. And then in October, I was like, you know what? Let's level it up a little bit. Let's go every day. And so I've been every day going to the gym or going outside and walking in nature because you are the captain of your ship. I can't keep complaining about, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted, I'm this, and I'm feeling unhealthy or whatever. You have to do something. You have to do something about it. You have to intentionally, deliberately, and on purpose do something. And I had to do that with my help. I made a decision and then I start moving in it. You can't do that necessarily until you finally make a commitment and a decision to do something that's going to be for you. And so when I decided to early retire, I had already put in place starting my business. I am starting a business. It's called the Wellness Whisperer Coaching and Consultant. I told you I wasn't done yet, just because the heart of healthcare is right there for me. I want to help to heal what's I see that was broken while I was in the system, and so I'm going to be creating programs and strategies to help to prioritize healthcare teams well-being. So that's going to be a passion of mine that you'll be seeing launch in 2025. That commitment to be my healthiest self. It was so important, but I had to do something about it. The restlessness, the irritation, the misalignment, which I've talked to you guys about before on one of the prior videos. I was feeling a little misaligned, so that's why the frustration was there. That's why the irritation was there. So I finally made a decision to do something about it. And another thing I wanted to tell you, lessons learned, is be okay with uncertainty. I know it's very difficult to navigate through uncertainty, but I got to a place, this is prior to me even early retiring. I mean, over the last few years, I had to walk in this season of uncertainty, not really knowing, I mean, knowing that I was feeling a little irritated, frustrated, restless. I had that unrest in my soul that my soul was trying to whisper and talk to me about certain things, but I had to live with that uncertainty. Do I retire? Do I not? Will I be okay? Will I not? Maybe I need to do something else. I'm talking about that kind of thing that, like all of us, it plays in our mind when we want to do something. We want to take the leap and do something that we've always wanted to do. You're always battling with the uncertainty, the fear, the oh my gosh, what will happen if, but honestly, I thought about it like this. What would happen if I did not do the things that was in my heart to do? What would happen if I stayed stuck in a rut, basically, stuck in a cycle? See, that was a little bit more expensive to me. I could no longer keep myself misaligned. I wanted to follow where the passion flow, where my heart was leading me. And it was leading me to early retire. And I just finally obeyed it. And it has been the absolute best decision of my life. Absolutely best decision of my life. And so I think that's the only two that I'm going to share with you. You have to make a decision, and you have to be okay with uncertainty. It's okay for you to have uncertainty. If you're somebody like me, like I'm constantly doing things to help me to be better. So I think personal development is critical. You have to be able to um, work on yourself. You have to work on yourself if you want to get something different. If you want something different to happen, you have to be a different person. I noticed like throughout my journey, and there's a quote, I think it's by Paul Coelho, and it says, maybe the journey isn't so much about becoming, but it's about unbecoming everything that's not like you, so that you can become who you were destined to be. In other words, like over throughout life, it tends to pile challenges and, um, problems and low self esteem and all of those different things tend to pile upon us. And so you become this person that's probably bitter, but you're really not that person. It's just that life has piled all of these layers of trauma and abuse and all of the other things on top of us. And you have to dig your way out from under that. And that's why it's so important for you to do the work on yourself. I am a full time job. I always say that. So I spend a lot of time working on me, making sure that I can love deeper, making sure that I can forgive quicker. That's what I'm talking about, working on you. I think honestly, when I really think about what I'm getting ready to venture on and start doing, prioritizing your well being is critical. And I recognized that when I was leading. We don't do a good job of it, especially as nurses and healthcare workers. We don't. We're so busy giving out, giving out, giving out, and we never really take the time. Like we're getting better, so don't get me wrong, but I still know people who have not prioritized their well-being. They'll do 16 hours 2 weeks in a row. I'm talking about you actually checking in with your mental health, with your emotional health, and seeing how are you doing really, not just a quick easy, oh, I'm doing good. No, what's really going on with your heart, I like what was my sister's name that was on the program, Griselle. She asked people, how is your heart? Because that goes deeper, that goes to a deeper place, especially if you're going through some challenges. And so here is a quote that I'm going to leave you with. It was going to be fast. I knew I was going to be fast. I just wanted to come and just touch. Um, and it says, let me read this to you. It says, in the face of adversity, we discover our true strength. With courage as our guide and compassion as our fuel, we transform our pain into power and darkness into light. This is not just our journey, it's our legacy of inspiration, empowerment, and transformation. And so that is so important. Look at those adversities that you face, and you will discover your true strength. I mean, think about what we've been through over the last 4 years, what you've been through this year. Many of us have experienced loss, grief. I mean, we've experienced so many different things, but you're still here. There's still breath in your body. Even if you're not feeling at 100% at your game, you're still here. As long as you have breath in your body, as long as your heart is beating, you still have a chance to shift, to change your perspective, to change to a new way of living. You still have a time to do those things that are in your heart to do. So I am wishing you a wonderful Christmas and happy New Year. Now, let me tell you what your girl been doing. So I've been building my business, and it's called the Wellness Whisperer, and it's a coaching and consulting. And my hope is that I could connect or actually touch individuals as well as um, organizations. I want to go back in and to show those organizations the insight track to prioritize employee well-being. Really, that's what I want. I really want to go back in, and I want to go deep, because it's not just about exercise, and it's not just about going on vacation. It's about you feeling whole, spirit, soul, body, so that you can be more powerful in what you do, so that you can create the environment that you want to see. You can shift the atmosphere and not allow the atmosphere to shift you. That's the kind of development and personal development that I'm talking about, that will boost you so that you can have that professional excellence and professional effectiveness that I know you want to have. So, anyway, I also am writing some books. You will hear about that too. And I'm going to be having a new show. And this new show is going to be called The Whispers of Wellness. And it will be a show podcast. I'm going to have live guests on there once a month, but it really will be me sharing practical strategies and tips about how to take care of yourself and how to really monitor and reprioritize your well being, because I care about your well being. So I wanted to say thank you for listening. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my When the Moment Chooses You YouTube channel. You will see also something come out about my new Whispers of Wellness show. If you are a well being expert or a wellness expert, I would love to interview you. I'm going to highlight an expert every month so that we can actually experience well being at the same time. We're going to experience things. It's not just going to be information, but we actually are going to do some experiential things within the show. So, thank you so much for listening. And if you want to be on the show, please make sure that you drop me a comment or send me an email at moments with Coach Charlene at gmail.com. Check out my new website. It's just about done. And that's the Wellness Whisperer. It is in the description if you want to check out some of the things that I will be doing. So look forward to seeing you in 2025. And I hope that you take some time to reflect on the different things that you have made it through, as well as some different things that have been really amazing for you for this year as well. You are amazing. There's somebody that needs what you have on the inside of you. There's somebody's life that you are going to touch. And I just wanted you to know that you are special. You are beautiful. You are amazing. There's nobody else that has your fingerprint. You are unique. You are a designer's original. And it is so exciting to know that there's nobody else that can duplicate what you do. So much love and appreciation to all. And you guys have a wonderful end of the year. And thank you for joining When the Moment Chooses You, my live podcast. All right. I'll see you soon.